Journey, all locked away, ready for action. They're set. Gates fly back, they're off and racing, and the favourite began well. They've put the brakes on early, Mr. Zigman Lee Taylor. He holds the inside, but there's absolutely no pace on. You could beat them on foot in the early stages. So Mr. Zigman going down the back straight the first time. They've run the first 200 metres in about 16 seconds, I reckon. Miracle Mel goes up outside the leader, Caitlin King moving up outside Mr. Zigmund. Savvy Dan a length and a half away third. And Popeye the Sailor is reefing and tearing at the rear. Can he go any slower? If he was walking, he could. They run off the back inside the 600 on the first occasion, and nobody really wants to take on Mr. Zigman in front, so Lee Taylor's been left there, and they're jogging along in the lead. It leads by a half length on Miracle Mel, about 2 lengths to Savvy Dan in third spot. Maybe I should slow down the race call. They're going that slow here, and maybe if I go a bit slower, it might be a bit better. Popeye the Sailor's back at the rear of the field. They come around the home turn. On the first occasion, there's a lap left to go, folks, and it's Mr. Zigman in front. Lee Taylor holds it together. From Miracle Mel the outside, it's got its head low down to the ground. Savvy Dan is third defence for the top rider there in Sean Cooper, and Popeye the Sailor, still pulling hard, is back at the rear of the field. Past the judge, 1 lap to go. They leave the straight astern, and they've got about 1,200 metres left to run. And Mr. Zigman's on top, leading the way now from Savvy Dan, who's right in behind the leader. He's parked right in behind the front runner as they go past the 1,100 now. Miracle Mel goes around the outside, and still back at the rear of the field in no real change to the order is Popeye the Sailor for Rob Kirkpatrick. Into the back. They've got about 1,000 metres left to run. A little bit more pace on now. Mr. Zigman leads by a length and a quarter Miracle Mel for Caitlin King. A half away third now, 3/4 to Savvy Dan on the fence for our top rider, which is Sean Cooper. And Popeye the Sailor about to be set alight now as they start the run off the back straight with 600 to go. He's pulling out to start a run. Off the back, 600 metres out. Mr. Zigman in front, a half on Miracle Mel. Here's Popeye the Sailor. Has he been suited by this slow pace? He's gone around them 3 wide. He's gone to a narrow lead. And the favourite's under pressure on the turn, 400 out. Drop back to third. Savvy Dan 2 lengths away last. It's Popeye the Sailor, Miracle Mel. Mr. Zigman still got something there in the tank on the inside. He's fighting back, 200 metres left to go. Mr. Zigman, Miracle Mel, they're together. Popeye the Sailor, then Savvy Dan. But it's Miracle Mel taking the lead from Popeye. Savvy Dan out wide. Miracle Mel for Caitlin King gets home. Gets home narrowly from Savvy Dan, which finished the race off. Popeye the Sailor third in the centre, and Mr. Zigman has weakened to finish last. Miracle Mel the winner, Caitlin King.